Mega Man X7 and Mighty Number 9 are the best Mega Man games. Yes, I count Number 9 as one. Why? Because X7 is in 3D, and unlike the Legend series, it does a good job at using 3D due to it making good use of analog controls. While Number 9 is not as good as the 3D segments of X7, it is still the best 2D platformer out there due to the whole dashing mechanic, which works a lot better than the second two X games. The first one is so awful that it has its shitty dashing mechanic optional, making a bad Mega Man game even worse. When it comes to the PS1 trilogy of X games, it's close in terms of controls, but I have to give the point to Mighty Number 9, as the dashing is a lot more quicker, and you can air dash multiple times, and it's really fun to combo enemies by dashing into them. The bosses of Mighty Number 9 are really fun. They are some of the best bosses I've ever fought, easily making it into my top 10. The weapons are okay. I'm someone who always prefer Buster only instead of doing weapons. Same thing could be said about X7. A lot of X7's bosses are pretty hit or miss, but some of the bosses like Vanishing Gungaroo and Splash Warfly are in my top 5 Barra Foss fights of all time. X7, while not looking as great as, say, Super Mario Sunshine, is easily the best looking X game due to its cel-shaded art style and it having 3D graphics. The game has a good atmosphere, example being the Soul Asylum with its Maverick Graves and Green Soul Spiral in the background. Mighty Number 9, while not looking as good as X7, it is still a really good looking game and looks much better than Mega Man 11. I particularly like how the HUD looks. It contrasts against the game screen and makes getting high scores fun. The thing I love about Mighty Number 9 though are the characters. The character designs are some of the best I've ever seen and are really memorable. An example is how Pyrocynical's body is made of fire, but it can be extinguished by using Avi's weapon. I honestly wish there was a Mighty Number 9 sequel, particularly a 3D one similar to X7, just to see what mighty numbers they make next. They're easily better than anything from the classic series, and a lot of the things from the X series too. X7's character designs can be hit or miss. Not as good looking as Mighty Number 9 or even the PS1 X games. But to make up for it, the Maverick battle designs are the most creative of the entire X series. Example being Hitler-Nard and his two clones piloting a giant Zermazo that will constantly bomb the player till they are able to destroy the targets. The one on the right stops the aero bombardments, while the one on the left stops the bombs that shoot you while you attempt to shoot its legs. I don't really care about the plot, but I will quickly address it. X7's plot is better than the first X game since it has a plot. X2 and X3, while actually having a story, don't go as deep into it as X7. We don't talk about X8, which leaves only the PS1 games. In terms of plot, the PS1 games beat X7 due to them being both darker and more emotional due to their earth-changing plot devices and multiple endings. However, X7 beats them when it comes to characters, as the plot takes breaks multiple times in order to have character interactions. The most notable ones to me are Zero and Axel, Red and Sigma, and finally the ones between Alia, Cygnus, and X. When it comes to X, I will say it and I'll say it again. X7 designs itself around not only being playable without X, but also being fun, which is something I can't say about X1. And it's only playable with an optional upgrade. Optional upgrade! Mighty Number 9 is not as plot heavy as X7, although that is fair since it was trying to emulate the classic series more. However, I found its plot interesting for the fact that there is really no one major antagonist, as Trinity, Cherry Dynamics, and Blackwell all contributed in one part or another to the events of Number 9. The same thing can't be said for Wily, as he was the main catalyst for the first Mega Man game, and without him, Light would have his robots live a normal life. Music for both games is okay. There are definitely some standout tunes here, but they are not in the same league of OSTs like Undertale, the two Mario Galaxy games, Mother 3, and of course, the PS1 quadrilogy of X games. Sound effects are okay, however, there are multiple moments in both games where the sound mixing is terrible. Things that come to mind are getting too many combos in Mighty Number 9 or the charging sound effect in X7. I don't particularly care about the voice acting, mostly due to the fact I'm too busy playing the game to analyze it! But yeah, that's why Mighty Number 9 and X7 are the best. Mighty Number 9 has the best controls of any 2D games out there. It is so fun to combo enemies and the boss fights are really well designed. And for X7, the 3D segments are some of the best 3D games out there, and I really wish I could see more from its 3D segments and its boss fights. If you liked the video, please make sure to check out my Twitch account and to join the X7 is better than X1 Discord server. No, you can only join if you agree Mega Man X7 is better than Mega Man X1. Bye!